Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches Round 10, featuring 31 exclusive sketches made for this collaboration. And today's exclusive sketch was created by Miranda Weber. Super cute. I am not going to have any stars. I'm going to have greenery instead. That's my substitution for this layout. And I had a lot of fun doing it. I'm scrapping those two photos. It's my son and three of my grandkids. I'm going to use the Spellbinders oval scallop dies, the heart and the butterfly die from Martha Stewart, and a half-inch oval punch, a 1/3 inch circle punch, a 1/4 inch punch, and some dies for my title. And the ink I'm using on this cardstock is tea dye. I wanted a lighter color, and although I like vintage photo a lot and use it quite a bit, the tea dye was a little lighter, so that's what I went with for here. And I'm just going to ink everything up so that it'll be ready for me to put together. And both of these hearts are pretty little, but that one is super tiny. So I had to use tweezers to ink it, but everything else I think I just went ahead and held in my fingers the ink, even though some of them are still on the small side. The 1/3 inch circle punch, I cut in half. I put them together so they could end up about the same size. And then I had to ink the halves so that the whole thing would be inked because those are the eyelids. And these are the whites of the eye, and I am using black soot and putting as small amount on as I could get. I wanted enough to kind of outline the white and make it show up just a little bit better on my little creation here. And I'm putting the pieces together. I have the 1/2 inch oval and the largest of the two tiny hearts. And I put the heart upside down, and then the little teeny tiny heart I'm putting right side up and just layering them on there. And the eyes, I'm putting them on using the nose and the mouth as a guide. I didn't want them too far apart. I wanted them pretty close together. And I just kind of snuggled them up against there. The eyes are 1/3 inch circles. Eyelids again are 1/3 inch circles cut in half. And then the black part is a 1/4 inch. And then I went ahead and put the muzzle, mouth, and everything back on there. I'm going to cut the butterfly in half and use them for the ears. And then that smallest little scallop circle there, I am using for like the hair up on top of the head. And that die set only has 3 dies, and it's for like a press or something. It was like on the clearance rack once, and I thought, surely I could use that in my um, big shot, that it would go ahead and work. And I thought, well, it's not that much money. If it don't work, I'll never buy them again like that. Did I ever see any again like that? For that kind of press thing, whatever, from Spellbinders? No. Oh, I am making the hoofs, and they're kind of on the small side, but I only had 3 to choose from here. And I picked the smallest one to use for the hoofs because the other one looked like it would be too big, the middle sized one. So I went with the smallest, and I thought, well, it'd be kind of on the cute, funny side to have the hoofs a little bit small. And the one that's turned the opposite way there, it's going to be the shoulders of the camel. And I added highlights, and so now I'm done with him, and I can go ahead and work on the layout. And this has quite a few layers. A couple of mine may not be exact same size as the layers there because I was using scraps, stuff that was already cut into, and instead of trying to guess what their Miranda had picked for the sketch, I just went ahead and found papers that I thought would go together. And although I really love that plaid laying there, I'm going to be using the green instead because it went better with my layout. And the collection this is from is, well, there might be something from Echo Park here since they are scraps, but most of the pieces there were from Photoplay. We bought a zoo. And the background, it is just a very old piece of paper, and I had to put uh, a thin piece of cardstock, I mean thin piece of cardstock that was old too behind it to make it a little bit sturdier. But it kind of reminds you of mixed media from the blotches and stuff on there. And I thought, well, that would make a good background. I didn't want to use white, and I thought it turned out pretty good. I've had it in my stash a long time, and I used a piece recently to cut some leaves out with, and it was kind of on the thin side, kind of hard to work with. But I love the leaves. I just wish the paper was a little heavier. My photos, I started to put them over on the left, like in the sketch, and then I realized that would really make the heads of, well, the head of the one camel anyhow, go off the page practically. So I moved them to the right. So my title and my photos are going to be opposite of what is on the sketch. And I'm just going to kind of tuck my camel up there on top and have him holding on to the top of the photos. And the photos is of my son and three of my grandkids. He's got Hope in front of him. That's when she was really tiny. And they went to the St. Louis Zoo on the weekend. And the next photo has Charlie and Jason. So, yeah, they're riding camels. And of course, I'm going to have to do this 4 times so they can all have it in their scrapbook albums because of the fact that, how often do you ride a camel? They all need it in their albums. But I'm naming it Cool Camel Ride. And that cool camel that you've seen on advertisements and stuff is kind of what I was going with that and my little punch art camel. And y'all might notice I am using the same greenery as the last layout. I thought, I'm going to try to get 4 layouts done today. So if I use what I had in the last layout, if possible, that's going to make everything go faster. So I kept looking at that and kept thinking I was going to die cut some of my tropical foliage instead because that's what I usually do for zoo layouts. But then I thought, it's already ready. It's sitting right there. I won't have to do nothing. I might reach my goal of 4 layouts in one day. And so, yeah, I went with it and used the cattails on this layout. I'm not going to put any flowers. I really considered it because Charlie's shirt is yellow and I thought about using yellow flowers, but I talked myself out of it. Wouldn't have took nothing hardly to make, but, because that cute little punch, EK success. But I decided to go without the flowers on here. And I think I'm getting pretty close to being done, really. This was a pretty quick layout since I did use the greenery that I had left over from last layout, which was like, 30 minutes before then. But yeah, whatever time it took me to find the photos and pick out the papers, that's how long it was before then. But that's it. That's my layout. And I did cut out the letters for the title twice and layered them so that it'd have a shadow behind them and show up just a little bit better on that really fun pattern paper there. But if you look down there below, you'll see the master link to all the other videos that are doing the same collaboration for the whole month. So be sure to check that out, the Facebook group and Instagram. And if you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. If you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so very much. But have a happy scrappy week. Have fun checking out the links. Bye.